Okay, today we want to talk about Indonesia corruption and Nigeria corruption, and if we should apply the way the Indonesian government used corruption positively in Nigeria. This is going to be an interesting video, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. So in 2016, Indonesian government introduced the tax amnesty program. This program allowed individuals and corporate entities to declare assets without being prosecuted. This means even assets acquired through illegal and money laundering, illegal means and money laundering can be declared. And the program started in July 2016 to March 2017, and by the end of the program, about $330 billion was declared, and the government was able to raise $9 billion in tax revenue because the government was trying to increase tax to GDP ratio instead of going out to borrow. If it can generate more income that can be channeled into developmental um, and infrastructural facilities in the country to boost economic growth. So the program was was beneficial to some extent because yes, assets were declared. However, it also had shortcomings because the effect was short-lived. There was still the issue of unemployment, and the level of economic repatriation was minimal, below what was expected. About 10 to 15% of assets outside the country were declared, meaning uh, huge assets were still outside the country and not brought back during that period. Also, the policy was critiqued in the sense that individuals that were paying tax are like, so how about individuals paying tax? Are you saying that they were not doing well? That these people that have not been paying tax should now come and declare their asset and just pay as low as 2 to 10%? That was an issue. Then it was also criticized on the ground that they are aiding corruption. There was poor economic repatriation and all that. So in 2022, Indonesia government still initiates a similar program with few adjustments. This was the voluntary disclosure program. It started in January 1st, 2022 to June 30, 2022. The one of the adjustments made to the policy was that um, whatever asset is declared has to remain in the formal sector, meaning the asset declared, the money will be channeled into the likes of government bond and domestic investment. Because the initial 2016 program, there was no domestic investment. I'm sure that was why the employment rate, it did not really affect the employment rate, and tax generation still was ranging at, there was no major adjustment to tax being generated afterwards. So the fact that the government made adjustments to the policy, or and also since it's just assets, basically assets that are acquired between 2016 and 2022 that have not been in the formal sector that were declared, is just around 12% of the total asset declared in 2016 that was declared in 2022. That means the total asset declared dropped significantly. But now let's assume we want to apply this policy to Nigeria, whereby individuals and corporate entities that have money that have been laundered, that have been acquired through illegal means and legal means that are not in the formal sector, the government should allow them to declare their assets, and but we'll just make the adjustment that this asset declared has to remain in the economy. It has to be invested, reinvested. So the government can make the policy that you are declaring your assets, you're also showing us your business model and your business plan. So that if this money are channeled into the economy, they can generate job, they can boost the real sector of the economy. Like, do we think we should apply that in Nigeria to make people individuals or corporate entity, money that have left the country, bring it back, invest it in the country, invest in the agricultural sector, invest in the educational sector, invest in diverse sector of the economy, in the health sector, and employ people. Even the government will be able to generate tax from these businesses, and it will boost the economy. There will be more jobs, there will be better standard of living. So should we apply such way of solving corruption in the country? Because we have been trying to solve corruption in our country for so long now. If we cannot eradicate it, can we also use it positively? So I want to hear your views on this matter. Like, should Nigeria allow this, whereby you can declare assets instead of locking money up in the room or burying money, bring it to the economy, use it to invest in businesses, in stock, in what have you. There are so many things that can be invested in the country, and Nigeria even has the market for it already. So invest it and employ people and let the country better. So do you think we should do that? I would like to hear your views in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.